Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware the risk in the future trading, and all our videos are based on educational purposes only. Any, if you want to follow any of those signals, you are at your own risk. But our main concern is educational only purpose. For the ones don't know us, there is a three kind of automated trade. You can follow the signal. You're very welcome. Follow the signal. As an example, we have a signal on the ES buy at the entry price at 2770, target 2774. Right now we are 15 ticks from the entry, and the target is right there, right front of you. The target is this is an automated trade, and you can use an ATM or an ATM strategy. As an example, right now we have the target is hitting the target. We are still missing one tick to hit the target. This is an automated trade, and we already got the Nasdaq target hit on the Nasdaq. All of them has hit the target, and the YM hit the target. So if we take the YM or the Nasdaq as an example, the Nasdaq is buy entry at 704675, and the target is 7066.25. The total right now, this market analyzer is based on 1 minute, and the total right now from 9:15 until now, the last entry signal is 260, 276, 273 ticks into the profit based on one tick. Our market analyzer is based on 1 minute, and it is based on one trade only. As you see right now, the Nasdaq is the ES has already hit the target, and I didn't want it to. Now I can go ahead and take him. If I wanted, I can take him or leave him. Before we start cover some of the auto trade, it's the same principle on the forex. You have the entry price signal sell entry. It gives you the target. Right now we are based on the forex, and we have 124 pips into the profit based on the entry signal. So you can use the system for futures or forex, and if you want it, you can use it for stocks as well. So before we start covering some of the automated trade and some of the swing trading and scalping and all those, I would like to first, before we do that, you should be as a trader looking at the 15 minutes chart and see what's going on, trying to evaluate what's going on today in the market, and then we can see what those institutionals are doing, and then we can figure out where is this the system is going. So at the moment, if we are looking at the 15 minutes, there is actually a projection at 74.75 on the ES and 777, the second very high resistance on the 2777. And this is based on the 15 minutes. That means the ES is going to be projected from those numbers, the 74 level or the 77 level. And this is the 15 minutes. So if we wanted to magnify what's going on in this market right now, we can see this market on the 3 minutes exactly is confirming this number. The target is 77775. And after the 775, we need to start looking for a reversal. So right now, this market is going to the 7775, and this one has been confirmed. And this is where most likely this ES is going to project. I apologize in the background. We have some workers doing some work here in the overseas office. So they are doing installing some different disk and levels in there. So they are working and expanding the workstations we have here in Europe. Right now we are on the target at 265, and the total right now amount is 1985. Ticks is 268, 270 ticks. So as we see right now, the Nasdaq, the YM has already hit the target, and now we know there is right now we took one trade out of the ES, and we still have one trade. One of the things, if you don't know our system, and this is a 1 minute chart, is reflected from the market analyzer. So this market analyzer and this charts, they are working together. So we have also, if we look, we have a same almost a level at 777. So this is the key today on the ES is the 777. This is the key, and what we will be watching this market very careful. At the same time, we can see the Nasdaq has already hit the target, and the YM has already hit the target. So before we start covering the automated trade, we will be looking at some of the stuff here, and we will look at this market. We can go ahead and take it a little bit around 77 level. We still have one target on this one here, and we will see what is gonna happen in that area here. And we will be one target on this one here, and we will see what. I apologize for that. It's, we will be one target on this one here, and we will see what. Apologize for that. So let me see what is this market analyzer. We started all our automated trade. This is a new auto trade we have. We have not released it to the public yet, but all our traders already got it, and we already hit the target based on the 1 minute. All of them, the target is based on 500, and we will cover ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones already hit the target 1 minute and already hit the target, plus the swing trading. So we will be covering those right now. Let's go back again. It is very important to see how it is the ES. The ES is the best signal in the house. Why the ES? Because the ES is going to give us the direction of that market. If we look at the 3 minute, we start having some reversal, start getting weakness in here. But what it is, we have the resistance has become a support, is going back to confirm these numbers here at 72 level, 72, 75. And the probability on that trade, once it's going to go back confirming this number, is going to be climbing to the 777. And this is where we're going to start looking for reversal on the ES. So this is a very clear picture. How is this market going? A little pullback. Also, if we look at the 1 minute here, also on the 1 minute, you have a double support. Once we have a double support, that means this market, if there is any pullback on the market, is going to be, this is actually a pullback re-entry where everybody is trying to go short. This is where you need to start looking for a long, and this is where most likely this market is going to project. So we figure out most of the time, 8 out of 10, we figure out where is this ES going, at least from 9:30 session all the way till 12 o'clock. So this is very nice and clear. And as you see right now, the Nasdaq already hit the target and is losing momentum right now. There is nothing left. We are right on the target, and the YM is right on the target. And now also the ES hit the target. There is nothing we can do. The trend was from 9:30, 9:15, and did. And as we see here right now, a little climbing back on to those target, and you will watch it like a clock. This market is going to project from the 777 or 77, 75. As you see right now, we are right on it with the profit at 338 ticks based on the last signal, folks. It's not all day long. It's based on the last signal. And then we will, this is an automated trade. You can automate it, or you can actually trade it, automate it. and we will be looking at some of the swing trading right now, and we will magnify a little of the swing trading. This is right now on the swing trading. We have the DAX 1,600, ES 325 on a different time frame, and we will be covering the swing trading as well, and with the new auto trade, the T7 on the first layer, and very soon we're gonna be sending the second layer. Should be no problem at all. So right now we are right in time with this, and we are right on the target. Let's go back and magnify what's going on based on the 3 minutes. And as you see, the 3 minutes is coming right to the target. And this is our projection to confirm those numbers here. We're going to look at the institutionals, what those guys are looking at, and where the most likely the profit it will be taken. And it is really confirmed the 77 level is the key today for the ES. Another things for guys don't know our system. We've been using that for over 3 years, and it's been superb indication. And if we look at this area here, where is this yellow, this is where there's no longer the trade valid to the short, to the long, excuse me. So once this market enter those yellow line, at the one at the bottom, that means there is no more short trade, and the ones on the top, that means there is no more long trade. So if we are looking at those area here, those are not valid. On the top here, those area here, you're no longer can take a long trade. Your risk on this long trade is gonna be have a direct impact on your account, and you are taking a very high risk. So right now we are flirting with that first minor resistance. Those the trailing stops are based on fibs, and we are coming at the end of this point at 77 level. What is following the 77 level is another resistance, and we have those two yellow lines. That means this is a dangerous area where you should not be trading in those anymore long. So if you have some kind of reversals, not everybody have our system. We have a system with a reversal. They do not repaint. But if you do not have our system, I don't know what else you have, but this is where the area here you start need to look for reversal, gentlemen. And we will look and examine what's going on in here. And then we will take it one piece at a time, and we start looking at the automated trade and see how they are doing. As an example, on the swing trading, we already started the system around 9 o'clock. And at 9 o'clock, as you see, we started around 8:59 today. All the automated trading is started around 9 o'clock. And the ES has already hit the 700. We have the DAX already hit. We have a lot of charts already hit on the T7 and the swing trading. And we will be covering those area once we are finished with this. Once we are finished with the watching the ES. So at the moment we have given you all the keys, and I'm gonna be staying quiet for a little bit. We got a group here is making more offices here, so I need to check up on them, and we'll be right back with you on those. But right now you can watch the new signals on the Forex, and we can watch this number here, the 777, and then you need to start looking for a reversal on those trades. All right, I'll stay quiet for a few seconds, and then we go back and examine what happened. Thank you. As you see, guys, we are right in the target and nothing is happening. And we still waiting on that target, the 77. Sometimes this market does not go straight, and we have to be a little bit patient. This is one of the things in the market, you have to be patient. But if we are looking right there, you can see this is a reversal. Those are the reversals, are not repaint reversal. And this is where the 7775 we are heading. This is, as an example, let me see if we have a swing trading. I mean, all our auto trade, they are trading by themselves and they can close position. But this information here, that if you have a trade on one of those auto trade, you know your limitation. As an example, we will take the swing trading based on 1 minute, the swing trading here. And right now on the swing trading can close position and open position by itself. You don't have to do anything. But when we see this one here and we understand what's going on, look at it, and we know it's going to close around 77. This is the limitation on the ES at 77 level. It takes you 1 split second to close position and maximize your profit and call it off for today. So right now we are climbing to the 777, and we know we need to close this position at 77. And also, I strongly advise you, if you are making $400 or $500 on that trade, one trade, why you need to continue trading? So this is it for today, and you're done. It's around 10:12 a.m. right now, and it's right now 10:12. You're done, and you don't need to worry about a trade. Now let's watch this market very carefully, gentlemen and ladies, and let's go ahead see how this market is going to project at 77 level, and there is no more trade to the long side. This is very important. One of the most mistakes traders do, that they think there is much more, and you have to know your limitation, gentlemen, that there is no more to trade on that one here. There is nothing to trade anymore, and now we need to start looking for reversal. So there we go, 70. We are about to hit the daily target on the 3 minutes, and this is it. There we go. We delivered 77 on that. If we look in on the 15 minutes, if I find the chart on the 15 minutes, there we go. It's right on the clock. There we go. Anything above this level right now is nothing but noises, gentlemen. Nothing but noises. Anything above this level, profit taking. There we go. We hit the 77.25 as expected. So there is nothing left in that trade. Now on the automated trade, folks, we maximize our profit. We got 475, and the auto trades can close position by themselves, and they will stay in that trade until the trend is changed, and then they go ahead. But look at this. Now I know the limitation on the 15 minutes. I can override and say close position and close position. It takes 1 millisecond, and now we are securing very good profit. We can override the auto trade, and yet the auto trade still can work if you want it, or you can right click on the auto trade and restart all over again. So on this one here, this is the limitation. I know this is the limitation. And now what we are expecting from the ES after we have hit the target, the daily target, we have already hit it. So Now we are going into a lot of volatility in this area here. If the buyers decided to take it a little bit, one bar up and one bar down, but this is it. This market here, there is nothing left to be taken any more trade to the long side. And even if you have an auto trade at the moment, what you can say, you can direct that auto trade to short trade only. If you have our system, you can direct to the short trade, I'm no longer interested. Or if you don't want to touch the auto trade can take a long trade and a short trade without any doubt. But this is where very good, $500 on that trade, $450 on that trade is pretty good. Now there is nothing but noises. Now here is the problem, folks. Once we're gonna go ahead and find a reversal on this one here and go ahead and go to the opposite direction, this is going to be a little noises here, and then the market is gonna start dying on you a bit at a time. The main problem right now when this market is gonna pull back is confirming we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 support line, plus we have the true average price at 27.72.75. As you see right now, the ES is stopping right there at the resistance level, and now we are coming to the very critical area. It's not a tradable, so there is nothing left to the long side. And as you see right now, right in front of your eyes, this is the 15 minutes. Now the ES, if we look at the ES, is right on the clock, and now start taking a dive a bit at a time, right under your nose without you feeling it. Now here is the situation on the ES is going to happen. We don't want to calculate what happened in the past. Anyone can see what has happened in the past. What I want to know is where I am going with this market. As you see right now, this is live, gentlemen, and this is a live on the YouTube. So this is not a pre-made video. What you see, what you get. Now we can see this market here is projected, and as you see, loud and clear. This is here the 3 minutes. If we look at the 3 minutes, we hit right on the target. Look at this. The system start giving you warning on the reversal, and then once it hit the target, confirming this target by hitting the reversal. And this is the reversal. And now what we are doing, we're going back to the support line at 73 level. The support line is 73 level, gentlemen. So what you ask me, what should I do? This is here where you can take a reversal. This is where the place you can take a reversal. This is where you need to close position. If you do not like to have a reversal trade, there are sometimes a little bit, you have to know what you're doing with a reversal. Then I will wait till this market come into this number, folks, 27.73.25. This is a re-entry point. It's not a short trade. Again, this is a re-entry point because when you are using a MACD, when you are using a momentum, when you are using those indicators or an ATR, they are following the market. They are not predicting anything. They're just following the market. When the market is going up, it tells you the market is going up. And when the market is going down, it tells you the market is going down. But this is the problem with 90% of the traders. They are using indicators, following the market, and they are not predicting anything. They're not showing anything. And here's the question. You're trading the future based on the past, and that is not going to work for you. I promise you that much. As you see here, the 3 minutes, we knew that 15 minutes ahead of time that this market is going to be projected from those numbers right in line. And now we know there is a reversal here. And if you don't like to take a reversal, then we will wait at the 73 level, gentlemen. 73 level, this is a re-entry. It's not short, because by the time this bar going down, your MACD, your ATR, your momentum, all kind of junk you have on your chart is pointing the market down. No, the market is not down. It's a pullback. It is a pullback. It's not down. The market, in order for this market To go below the 73 level, it requires a lot of sales. It requires a lot of push, because to simplify that one here, 73 is your first defense. Then you have the true average price. Nobody have this one here. Is 72.50. This one here separate the long and the short. Then you have the trend stop one is a minor support line, and then you have one support line, another support line, another support line, and the trend and stop. It is determined, the second trend and stop, if this market lost the momentum to the long side, and now we are start looking for short. In order for us to look for a short on this ES, we need to go below that number 70 before we can consider a short trade. As long as this market is above the 73.25, is nothing but a pullback re-entry, and most likely if they're gonna miss, sometimes there is a play in the market, they might come into this area here, and then this is where most of the traders start getting lost. But this area here, the yellow ones, you should not be touching to go long. You have to be short. Look at this one, folks. It's right on the chart, right on the clock, and it is right now. We have a re-entry point at 73. This is your re-entry point. Once you understand how this market works, it works like a clock. Once you understand the concept in this market, it works like a clock. As we said, this is what we are looking at, those guys. Okay, there is somebody saying I have a microphone issue. I don't know what kind of microphone issue, but this is hopefully it's working right now. So let's look at the for the one of the members sent me a message on the Skype. Is it what kind of issue, sir? I cannot hear myself. Okay, so let's look at this market. Another customer said, no, all good. So I don't have a microphone issue. All right. Now we are looking at the 73.25, folks. 73.25 confirming is also giving you warning. And now look, it's coming right there. And I'm going to keep this one right here for you to see how it is working on this. This is another problem we're going to have. If you are a NASDAQ trader, I will cover for you the NASDAQ. And if you are YM, I will cover the YM. Look, this is a 1 minute, gentlemen. If you want to know the power of the this true average price, this is your NASDAQ coming in conjunction with your mid-band. So your NASDAQ right now is going to stop at 7067. 7067, it is your key at the moment. If we look at the YM, it's the same story. It's facing a double support line and it's coming to your true average price. Your true average price is 25,847. So nothing is going to happen until we see what will happen to the ES and this NASDAQ. If there's any pullback on the NASDAQ, if you are a NASDAQ trader, it's 7066. 7066, it is your key. Let's look at the ES on the our new automated to trade in the same time. This is your T7 based on 1 minute. It hit the target. Our target is $500. This is the new auto trade, and this is the first layer. We have not even put the second layer. This is your NASDAQ also hit the target, and also the DAX hit the target. And then we will look at the NASDAQ also. One is a filter and one is not filtered. This, both of them has already hit the target, and there is nothing we can do. It is already, and we will cover some of the swing trading, but right now I don't want to cover any auto trades. Most of them they start hitting the target. My main concern right now for those guys out there to give them a little guidance what's going on in the market. And as we see right at the clock, what I did, I disconnected the target to show you where Look at this. Look at this. There is no short trade. So if we, by the time, look at this, guys. By the time you go, the market hit the target right on line, you know? By the time this market going down, your MACDs and your ATRs and your indicators start showing short. And now, most likely, a lot of traders has taken a short trade, and then there you go, this market turn around. Should I react to this one here? No. This is not your play, and you cannot take a trade in the middle of the trend here. So I do not need to follow the market. The market has to come to me for me to enter the market. The only place I can enter the market right now is 73, or if I need to go ahead and take a reversal trade where we said a few minutes before. So this here, this area here is not tradable for me. I'm going to be waiting. This is noises. We already hit the target, and that's where most of the traders start getting confused in their trading. 90% of those traders start losing money. 90% of those automated traders start losing money. We do have auto trade, but we know exactly when this auto trade is going to make money and when any auto trade is going to start struggling in the market and not making money. So it is very obvious how this market works once we simplify the things on the trade. As you see, on the 1 minute is 7775, and the market is still flirting with those numbers. And as you see, the YM has not done anything because it's facing the YM a double support and a true average price. Nothing is going to happen to this market. And sadly, most of the traders, they're going to start diving in right into the wrong places or a wrong timing to start buying and selling. So right now, nothing we can do. We just waiting on the 73 level in order for us to react. And as you see right now, the ES is not doing anything. This is where you need to sit on the side, folks. Look at this. It's fallen right into the, it's fallen right into the trap. And now we have, because those are adjustable, the trailing stop is moving by the price action levels. They're not just sitting there normal numbers. Right now we have 73, 75. We expecting the 73, 75 pullback. What I like to show the traders the power of trading once you comprehend the concept, or you have to understand when this market is moving and when this market is stopping, when we can enter the range and when we need to step out of the range. So this is where most of the traders, they have no clue. At this area right now, if you ask me if I want to go short or long on the ES, I tell you to flip a coin. The only things I said, I called the reversal right to the tick, and now I'm calling the re-entry right on the tick. In the middle right here, it does not mean anything for me. The ES is useless because sitting hanging between an entry point or a reversal point, that's why it's irrelevant, that area here for me, and we should not be considering anything about that trade. If we look at the YM, it's exactly as expected, come into the double support line, and the YM is not going to react until this ES react. It's not going to react until this ES react. The only exception we have, if we have a breaking news on the stocks on the YM or some kind of stocks on the NASDAQ, that is going to ignite and maybe take a different direction. If there is some major news, one of those stocks is going to ignite. But on a normal day, when there is no news, the market, it works mechanically, beautifully in line, and we know exactly how this market going. Right now, we are on a 382 ticks in the profit based on one contract, and our profit right now is 28.8125. And for the guys don't have a large account, you can always take one ES, one YM, one NASDAQ. Those are very cheap to take a trade. if we don't need to take the DAX, we don't need to take the CL, we don't need to take the gold, we don't need to take the 30-year treasury bond, we don't need to take the euro future. So if we calculate on a guy on a $5,000, taking not the CL, forget the CL, it's too big for you if you have a $5,000. An ES, one contract, YM, one contract, and a NASDAQ, one contract, 22 ticks on the ES, 21 ticks on the YM, 102 ticks, total of around 140 ticks in the profit based on one contract, folks, based on one contract. So this is amazing. As you see, when you see those on the chart start blinking, that means there is a major sell start coming in, but I'm not going to react to this major sell. Now we are about to have a signal firing on the YM. I'm going to pass on this YM. There is a signal is fixing to come in on the YM. I'm going to pass it. Why I'm going to pass the signal on the YM? Because the ES, there is a sell, there is a heavy sell, and it's blinking like a Christmas tree here. I don't want it to look at numbers. I wanted to blink the corner of my eye, telling me there is a sell off coming on the future trade on the ES. Very fine. I am not going to react to that. Right now, we have a new signal on the YM, as you see. A new signal on the YM very soon is coming. I am not going to react to it. I don't want to react to it because now I want to make sure, even, look at this, folks. Look, do you remember I told you this is your number? Look where the NASDAQ projected. When we said that 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago, we told you exactly where this NASDAQ is projected. If you got lost, go back on the video and you will see it. Right now, my eye is not on the NASDAQ and the YM as much on the ES to see if this ES able to penetrate all those walls here. So this is not a sell. There is a sell off, but I'm not going to be jumping on the wagon like they do. I'm going to be sitting here. I want to see confirmation that the ES able to break this. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Wait. All the sell off. Look at this on the ES. Look at this ES on the YN. This is power of trading. This is the power when you know how the system works, when you know what they are doing, and you know what things are doing. Look at this. Look at the 3 minutes. Look at the 3 minutes. Exactly how we planned it. And this is how the ES did it. And look, there is a lot of sell off is coming here. It's going to require a lot of sell. It's going to be a lot of a huge order sell to penetrate this thick wall right there. And it requires a huge sell. It's not just a normal sell. And that's how they play you. And now look at this. I want to show you the 15 minutes right in line to the 72.75 and watch it now how this ES, if it's going to play us or not. If you notice here on the YM, the auto trade is already taking a trade, but I care less because this trade is not going to live long. This trade is not going to live long on the YM. I'm dismissing it because I don't have a confirmation on the ES. So this ES right now, this YM, I'm not interested in that game. And look, guys, look, right in front of you, gentlemen, welcome to trading. Look at the NASDAQ. Welcome to the power of trading. It's right there, right in front of you. And look at it. That's how they play you, folks. That's how they play you. That's how they play you. There is nothing wrong with you by losing confidence, but you don't have a clean, you're just sitting in a dark room with no flashlight. That's how they play you, gentlemen. It's right in front of you. It's gonna, look at this. It's gonna require a lot of sell before we are able to break it. Everything happening in this market, we predicted 15 minutes ahead of time. Anyone can predict the market 1 minute ahead of time. He is a success trader, 1 minute ahead of time. So, folks, I'm gonna stay quiet. check up on those guys doing the back offices, and enjoy the ride on this one here. And I'll be right back in a few minutes. Thank you. Okay, guys, be careful. There is a projection at 775.25. There is a projection. So right now, this market is going sideways. It's going to get caught between 75.25 and support line right at the fib line right there. It is 73 level. So now the market is extremely tight. Be careful, guys. Okay, gentlemen, as expected, we planned from 9:30 until 10 o'clock as expected. We expected where it's going to project. We call the reversal. We expected where this market support line, and we have the projection here. If you have the zone, this is your projection. This is your best, less than $1 a day to have the zone. And you can see the ES went one time, two times, three times, four times, five, six, and seven times on the projection. What does that mean in a plain English? The market is now got caught between the support line and the projection. No matter what kind of auto trade you have, no matter what kind of trade you have, it's not going to work. Why? Because now we have the ES got caught between this channel here. The ES got caught between the 73 level and the projection 75.50. This is the nightmare when you are auto trading. When you are auto trading, you made money on the way up, you made money on the way down, and right now it is 11:04, and most likely nothing is going to happen until after 12 o'clock, after lunchtime. This is a huge support indication that it required a lot of sell to knock out all those walls. And in the same time, we have the projection has confirmed the 75.25 right to the tick. This is accuracy. So there is nothing left we can do. The market died on us and is finished. Now, maybe if there is some buyers coming in, it's gonna go back and retest the 77 level. What is the 15 minutes chart? Let me show you. This is your 15 minutes, and it's right in line with the first trailing stop. The first trailing stop, it is a fib line, a moving fib line, and the high is 7.7. So even if this market going up, and even if you are on a trade, you can take the trade out here, or if you want to push your lock a little bit farther up, the most you're gonna get out of it again is 777. But those are the keys for the ES. And now, as you see, there is nothing left on the ES to do. Before this auto trade took a trade, we knew exactly those trades are not good because we have looked at the reality of the ES movement. And then if we look at the NASDAQ as we expected, the NASDAQ came in exactly to the true average price. And then if we notice the YM has already projected from the same line, those are your less than $1 a day, one time and two times and three times, four times, five times. It is your support line was 25,822. So when we had the sell signal, I told you that one, I'm not going to get excited with it because the ES has not confirmed that. And as you see right now, the market is going to drive you crazy. And the most you can get out of that trade is to the 7775. And if we look what those guys are doing, this is exactly what those traders are falling into those traps. And the most you're going to get out of it, if you take a trade right now at 75.50, you need to consider taking out this trade around 777. So, you know, I want to say welcome to trading. This is the way it is working, and this is how you need to look at the market so we can see the indication when to turn on any kind of auto trade. It's not just our auto trade or any system. This is telling us right now we are looking for trouble, and this is getting tight and tighter, and it's getting caught in the channel. And right now, the ES is flirting with that number. It took 10 minutes to cross this line, and a little buying power coming in, and that is going to project it from those line again. So this is the story for this market from now to 12 o'clock. We nailed it by the tick from 9:30 to now, and that's all what we can do for today. And now we have a lot of traders to take care of, but we will try our best to go live and guide those guys having a problem with the market and try to open their eyes. We are sharing our information for free. There is no pay, and this is only strictly education to see that not because you are not a good trader, this is a wrong. Of course, there is some people should not be trading, but could be you are reading the market wrong, or you are using the wrong tools in the market, and that is causing you a lot of aggravation on the on your platform. As we see right now, we have on the Forex 192 pips, and we have a few already hit the target. We have the British pound nailed 117 pips, and then we have the Aussie dollar 31.3 and the euro 5.7. For me, I don't trade any of those Forex. I only like the euro dollar. This is what I understand. That's what I like, is the euro dollar only. I don't trade the other markets because for me, they don't make sense to me, but I like, for me, the euro dollar. So this is where the others for Forex trader, this is, I hope if somebody out there has took some of those signals, but for me, I know the euro dollar, how it works, and I like the euro dollar. So, but the rest, I'm not interested in the Japanese. So, or the, so I don't know. We put it there for you to, if you want to copy any of your trade. Folks, I want to say God bless you all. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure serving every one of you. I hope we have put some lights on this market for you today. And thank you, Gary. Love your program. Let me know. Thank you. And we'll try our best when we have a. Sure, you're welcome, Vito. And God bless you. And we will try to go live tomorrow as well. Be careful with your trade. And God bless you all. Bye for now.